This is a journalist's dream. We're going into the jungle of Guatemala, northern Guatemala, just south of the Mexican border, home to what's believed to be the largest pyramid in volume, what's described as the cradle of the Mayan civilization. It's called Mirador. And the thing is, almost no one's heard of it. We had no idea what we were getting into on that tarmac in Guatemala City.
You're now inside the city of Mirador. This is all part of the ancient city. I first came in here in 1978.
So I'm in a helicopter with Dr. Richard Hansen, who is the director of the Mirador Basin Project, and Jeff Morgan, who is the executive director, the founder, essentially, of the Global Heritage Fund.
This is a pyramid right here on our right side.
I've never seen anything.
These are all major pyramids all around us here. Yep. This is the tallest pyramid in the Americas and the largest in volume in the world.
Another aspect to this story of preservation is the fact that this jungle in Mirador Basin is virtually under attack. There are several threats. You have the loggers, you have narco-traffickers, you have looters, and you have the cattle ranchers. And so there are all these different variables that are encroaching upon the jungle.
But unfortunately, as you can see, they're starting to invade. This is the cutting that's taking place here.
As soon as the road goes in.
The road goes in, and it's the kiss of death.
Thousands of people are working in this area as we speak, looting the temples and tombs to be able to pull out antiquities. And this is a huge trafficking problem as well. And those two things, the drugs and the trafficking, are converging to cause a total catastrophe in this area.
This was all prime jungle 30 years ago.
What hasn't been told in Mirador?
One of the things that Mirador gives us is, number one, the largest ancient cities in the Western Hemisphere are found inside this contained ecosystem. It has the largest pyramids in the world, the rank among the largest pyramids in the world. The first freeway system in the world, in the whole world here. It's the cradle of Maya civilization. It would think that with all those advantages, it would be a piece of cake to save it, but it's a battle.
We landed. It took us a little while to unload all of our equipment, and then the helicopters, before we knew it, took off. And they just became smaller and smaller in the sky, and here we were in this vast jungle, potentially stuck. Had no idea what we were about to see.
They had these elaborate web of ancient cities, causeways that linked all these cities together in a unique web of a federation. And it gave them the economic, political, and military capability to control vast populations. This is the largest, what we think is the largest ancient building in the world. It's the massive pyramid of Danta, and this is the first level. The Pyramid of Danta is a structure the world should know because it represents an investment of labor unprecedented in the world history. Keep in mind that in the New World, we didn't have beasts of burden like horses and oxen. We didn't have the wheel with carts and wagons that pull stuff along. Every single stone in that building, from the bottom to the top, was carried by human labor. Now, when you consider the investment of human labor, it's certainly one of the most remarkable constructions in the world.
Everyone's heard about the pyramids in Egypt. They're massive. They're 146 meters high. Think of La Danta. La Danta in Mirador is 70 meters high. It's not very tall, but it's massive. It's believed to be, and this is the caveat here, it's believed to be the largest pyramid in volume. We're talking 2.8 million cubic meters versus 2.6 million cubic meters in Egypt. The issue, this is still the big question, there's a platform. It's sort of divided in platforms, La Danta. So the question is the bottom half of the platform actually a platform built by the Mayans, or is it hill? So archaeologists are still trying to discover if this is in fact the world's largest pyramid in volume or not. And Richard, this is the first time any crew has been here.
Because it's so recent. This has just been exposed relatively recently. We've had to expose this now for the first time, so you can see the art, the architecture, the pre-classic. So we're exposing this now, and we've got a little more to do, but what this lets us see are the ancient pre-classic stairs, and which were part of the original building, with masks and panels and all richly decorated. It was a saga of humanity that we've never known before. Imagine the labor.
It's really hard to wrap your head around how massive this structure is until you climb to the top. Oh my God. I feel like I'm on top of the world. Wow.
This is the summit of the Maya world.
We are on the top of the Mayan world. But all the hills that we see, they're not hills.
The pyramids.
I just can't get over the fact that you would never know what's under the jungle.